Thanks for joining. Today is Friday, December 16th, and welcome to my live stream. I'm Chantel with 141 Design Company, and on Fridays at 2, we do a live stream, or we get together, do a live stream and share just the general of what I've been doing this last week. So mostly it's like my stitching and my whips, any finishes that I might have, any news from the shop. So hi Beth, and I love for you guys to, say hello when you're joining. I've got some great things to share that's all from mine, and then tonight we are going to do the parade live because it got out of control. The parade is out of control. I bet it's out of control. It has so much in it. There's probably over 30 pieces, and some of those pieces are multiple things, and that's not even all of it. I'm still working through it. I've been finishing for days and weeks, working on all these things. Hi Diane, how are you? Welcome. So I'm really excited, and then I'm going to need some help with it. So hello Karen and Beth and Tammy's Crafty Life. Hi Sally. Hi everybody. Debbie? Yes, hi. I solicited some help for tonight. So you guys are going to get to meet Shelby and Tori. They're my twins. They work here full time in the shop. They are the shipping staff, and I am so proud of them and so pleased to announce that they have got, they worked very, very hard these last couple weeks, because the goal was to get everything in the mail by yesterday, just in case you needed them for Christmas. I didn't really have a lot of specific, like, I have to have this for Christmas requests in there. And if you did and you haven't received a notification that your shipment has packed, definitely message me ASAP, because we are still obviously popping stuff in the mail, and we're going to continue to ship. I mean, it's not like we've stopped shipping. I just was shooting for that 15th date to get everything out, just in case you did need it by Christmas. So the cart is completely out. The last of it went out. It's on the dock right now, waiting for the mailman to pick up. And like I said, if you need something, definitely let me know. Watching for, okay, come on back, Deborah, when you can. She just said she was watching for a minute, but she had to step out in a second. So anyway, so they've worked really, really hard and have everything shipped. So tonight they're coming back to be my team here while we share all of the finishes and some new items and how the board by the inch works. All of those things will be in this live stream tonight. All of that will be recorded so that, you can watch it later. And I went ahead and decided to do it as a live stream because I think it's going to be kind of long. And as a live stream, it will upload without any problems and go really quick. So it'll be available right away. And if you have questions while we're filming it, we can stop and chat and talk about some of the things. If you've got a size question, a measurement question, because there's so much, I won't be able to put all the details in the description box. So while we're live, we can maybe chat about it. Maybe someone else has the same question and we can get those answered for you. I do have some questions to answer, but I'm going to do that when I get into my whips. I'm sorry, I didn't say. Tammy's asking. The live tonight is at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern. And then, of course, it'll go up after that, so that if you can't catch it, because I know there's lots of Christmas parties and family events going on right now as well. If you can't catch it, then catch it at a later date. So we'll get into what we've got, the order of the day for this particular live stream, of what we've got going on. And I thought I'd share. The planning is going on. It's happening. I haven't filled out this week yet, but I did do a spread. So I thought I'd show you my spread. On Sunday, what I did was I decorated my week spread and got everything all ready to go, so that probably tonight or tomorrow, I'll fill in just the highlights of the week and get that filled into there. And then I'll make my next 2-page spread for next week. I was kind of practicing for December, but I'm really having a good time. And I wanted this, I will put in the description box below, but I wanted to mention that I caught Nicole Spore's tutorial. She's gotten her tutorial planning videos back up on YouTube, and oh my goodness, she's good. So I'm going to be sure to be catching all of hers and getting ready, get the inspiration for page after page. It's just so much fun. I like the experience of working with another, you know, obviously we're very tactile and we like to make things. So I like the experience of working in paper. Now I'll give you an idea while I show you my page. I've left myself some lines. So like right in that spot right there, you can see 12 by 12 at the top. We're going to talk about 12 by 12 too, but that's going to be my list of my 12 starts. Over here, I put some lines in. I mean, my journaling is bullet journaling. It's very, this is a happy planner, Denise. Let me show it to you from the cover. And this is the disc binding disc system. So I bought this one. I'm really new to Happy Planner and I didn't really understand, I guess, how the discs work, but it's really functional because I bought the punch too, so that the pages just go in. And that's my next thing I want to share with you, is that a lot of my inserts and things that I'm purchasing come from Katie, the Nap Time Stitcher. So this is also, and that is on Etsy. So this is also going to double, and as it grows, I can just move it into, Happy Planner has its own website, Denise. The Nap Time Stitcher is on Etsy though, and she has this download, which is a whip tracker, and I just have them printed. I'm going to be filling them out here as it gets closer to the new year, and I don't really have a lot of whips, but I'm planning to for the next year. So a stitch along tracker, so any stitch alongs that you're in, you can track that, the hashtag and everything, which I think is awesome to have a spot for the hashtag. Hi Katie, you're welcome. She also has, which I am using today, a Floss Tube video planner. So there's a lot of new ones in there. And then what I've also used is what you just saw, the template. I had made my own templates, but this particular vertical template is also one of her downloads. So you can get this and just print it on your printer and then fill it in as you go. So, but now we're just kind of going to keep working through it. And oh, I didn't bring it in for haul. I'll share it in haul, but I'll mention I ordered a Sprocket printer. So it's one of the printers that will print little 2x3 photos, which are the same size as those rectangles you saw on the page, so that I can print off some of the photos from my Instagram account and write some of these things down as we go. Now, the reason why, and I've never experienced this, but the reason why I've decided to start and work on planning in 2023 and journaling, even if it's just bullet journaling, I'm not trying to get into writing books and pages and things like that, but just bullet journaling, is it's kind of like I'm making a hard copy of Instagram. I had originally, my Instagram started as it was going to be where I kept track of things, you know, put inspiration down of like, this is what I stitched today, and I could put all those things in there. Stitching with Grandma, she wants to know if they make the vinyl cover pages for that system. This came with the system, this particular cover. Let me show you what it looks like though, really. This is the cover. It says dreams don't work unless you do. And that was, I don't really need that. So what I did was I flipped it around. This is the inside, and I flipped it around so that it was my cover. So, oh, you could use the erase markers with the vinyl. I did see some pages that fit into Happy Planner that are like a plastic page that help you with laying out, I think is what it's for. But anyway, but what I was thinking about this was, you know, I was keeping track of what I was doing on Instagram, and it's still there, and that's still something that I'm doing and keeping track on Instagram, and I use that so that I can share with you guys, also so that I can, you know, keep track of like what's been going on and all of those things. However, I have heard of people who their Instagram is hacked or they lost the account or, who knows? And who knows how long that's always going to be around. So I figured a hard copy is never a bad thing to have because it's easy to be able to go back, and I'm going to keep it here because I need to refer to it. Be able to go back into your hard copy of things and refer to them. It's also someplace, I mean, heaven forbid, like if something happens to you, that your family can get to easier probably than into your accounts at the time. So that's my soapbox on that, and we will move on. I have some previous finishes to share with you and some updates with the previous finishes. One of them, this was a stitch I did last year. It is a Dapper Doodad from Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea. And this is mounted. I finished it this year. So I found it in my stash. It didn't get fully finished last year. So I grabbed it and fully finished this year. And I'm kind of glad it did because this box is a new box that we've had and introduced this at the end, towards the end of this last year. And it is our box frame. It comes in a variety of sizes. And it comes in specifically a 5x5 and I brought another one, a 4x5 size. So this fits the tier tray tidbits and this fits the Dapper Doodad or any other stitch. I've put other stitches in them too. And I also wanted to make a comment that these are now available at Fat Quarter Shop. So if you're ordering things from Fat Quarter Shop and you want to add some things onto your cart and need a 5x5 or 4x5 size, these are available there. So that is, and that's exactly what that backboard is mounted using Chelsea's checks, and it is the 5x5 size, and then that's just, oh no, it's a little bit, no, it's 5x5, yeah, and this is a little bit smaller. Anyway, that's the one. The other previous finish that I have was mounted on our cow tag. The cow tag is also, this is why I showed you these, because these are also available at Fat Quarter Shop, and this was last year when Kimberly hosted Jolly July. They did this truck on the t-shirt and on the bag. And so I got the Truckin' Along chart December from Stitching with the Housewives and stitched just the truck. I was having fun. This was my first experience using Lugana. And so, and that was even weave. I have been stitching on 8S since. So I just did, just the truck, and it was a good learner for me, I think, because I didn't have to count anywhere else. I just kept going, it's all connected. You can see, like the stitching is all pretty dense. And so I had some place to go. So I had a lot of fun, and that was from last year's stitching. Another one that is also a board that is available at Fat Quarter Shop is our snow globe. The snow globe came in two sizes, and this is the smaller one, the smaller version. It does have a couple layers. This is just zhuzh I added to it. This tree can be found in our Christmas charm pack. There is a tree, a candy cane, an ornament, and a snowflake inside that charm pack. And in the charm pack, you will receive 2 of each design. I just painted it green, added all of this business here, and a little candy cane, and glued it into the center. This comes with an overlay of those. This is routed in, so you know where to paint your snow. And that stitch is from the Brenda Gervais book, Snowball. I did change the colors. I used the colors from the Vintage Christmas Lori Holt collection, the DMC colors that she chose for the Vintage Christmas chart. So that's where, and I just pulled the colors. I thought this would go here, blue here, that sort of thing. And so it kind of made it fun and whimsical. I think I'm going to stitch those guys again this year in Brenda Gervais Called for Colors. So that's the snow globe. And then another previous finish that I have, I took off. I want to show it to you because I want to talk about this. It's also in the new things. All right, this was our sled from last year. I had a bunch of greenery right here, and I took that off because I wanted you to be able to see the large sled from last year, because the sled is what I've been working on, and I'm still finalizing it. I was hoping to have this in the shop for you yesterday, and I missed that window because I was still finalizing it. This sled came in a couple sizes as well, and it had, this was a piece, this is 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 a piece. I mean, there was a lot of pieces to this sled. So I wanted to streamline it and make it easier and resize it so that it was a little more, we don't need it to be, I like it big, but we can size it down a little bit. Is this too, can you see okay? Let me turn the light up just a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit so you can see. I don't know. Anyway, so we resized the sled and it just has two pieces on the size. This is the small, and you can see you've got, this is your overlay piece, so you can paint this and this separate. I went back and forth on this a lot about whether or not I just leave that because it uses a lot of wood to do that. So the price goes up some, but I like the layers. Okay, I love them because it makes it convenient to be able to paint. You're going to paint this, you're going to paint this. You can distress them, and then you're going to glue them together. We're probably going to do a little more adjusting to the back and remove some of this bulk to make the pieces a little lighter. But this is a small, and this is a 5x7 finishing size on the small size. And then the larger sled will still fit that one down there, but you can see kind of brought them in a little bit so it wasn't so big. And this is the larger. It fits an 8x10 size. So it's got its sled piece and this, and there you have it. So sleds will be in the shop very shortly, and tonight I've got some of them finished ready for the parade. And of course, this is the ornament in the sled collection, the ornament size. And you'll see Kari Kari from Tiger Lily Designs. I will link her too. See, I have my planner here from Katie. It's a good thing Katie's on it. So I can make notes. So we're going to link Kari from Tiger Lily because she has really fun charts that fit perfectly on the sled. A lot of things do, but they're so adorable. So we're going to do that. And so that was previous finishes. For that, and just not, does anyone have any questions on the sled? Are you guys okay with the sled? I mean, it's pretty basic and straightforward. I just wanted to share it with you. And like I said, in tonight's parade, I have a couple of them fully finished so you can get an idea. It'll give you a better idea for scale. And during the parade tonight, that's exactly what we're going to go over. We're going to share all of the parade pieces have been done by model stitchers. Okay, that's why there's so much. All right, I am not that fast of a stitcher. During this live stream, I share my stitching with you. During parades, I share model stitching. So the parade is full. And what I'm going to share with you in the parade will be the piece that it's mounted on and the stitch, just for time, because all of the other details, if you have other questions, you can ask them during the parade and we'll see if we can get them answered. Otherwise, we'll try to go from there. And we can share maybe measurements, those types of things. But bring your notebook so you can take some notes because you might like some of the things. All right, finishes for me this week. We'll talk about finishes. This was one. Now, some of these you've already seen. I just had to put a couple final details on them. So that's why they're here as quote-unquote finishes. But in my bag, that is from, it's on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. My Christmas bag. It's not. Anyway, this one. I love it. I love the quilting. Michelle Lee Quilts. That's it. Michelle Lee Quilts did this particular bag. These little charms that I have hanging on them, and I haven't filled it out yet, but I got this from Total Framing. And I'm going to put in here that this is my hometown holiday bag, and that will be my ID. So in here, I'm keeping the charts for hometown holiday. This was a question that I had, so I wanted to share this with you. Vicki was asking how I was planning to finish these because we haven't visited this project in a little bit. The firehouse was waiting for snowflakes. Why I stopped there, I don't know. But anyway, probably because I don't love snowflakes. I got the snowflakes in, so this is now finished and ready to be fully finished. wanted to talk to you about fully finishing the full finishing plan for it. I am going to be putting the Hometown Holiday Series into my box frames because there's a variety of sizes in the box frames and I want them to be able to stand up by themselves. And I also just want a background that is just a background. I don't want a house on a house. I don't, that's just me, okay? I don't want anything else busy. Maybe holly, I'm not sure, but probably I'm just going to leave this so that I can put them all on a shelf, whether they go this direction or maybe larger or even a smaller one. I might even stitch just some trees or little scenes from it and pop it into one of the 4x5s. I just want a variety of the box frames up there. So when I finish this piece, I am going to use 2 pieces of board. This is a 6x8 and it will stand horizontally. And I've got it painted right now with a color that I'm seeing if it works. It looks kind of black, but it's really kind of a gunmetal gray. I have a piece of press-on board, so that's what I use, the press-on board. This peels off and it's sticky underneath, so that's why it's also called sticky board. And this will get the fabric. So this is a 6x8 piece. It will get fabric on it and it will go, see, just pops right in there on the background. The piece that I mount my stitching on is a 5x7 piece of the press-on board, and that's what this is going to go on. When I mount the stitching, I love batting, okay? I do. I like, see, let me show you see how puffy, the puffiness? I like the batting when I mount my stitching, so I will peel this off and put batting down. Then I will mount, or, center the stitch on top of that batting.
Here's what I found.
Oops, sorry. Siri's talking to us. Like this. And I use hot glue. Let me just, it's kind of a little impromptu. We're just going to chat a little bit about this. And kind of sloppy. Okay, so it will go on like that. It's not super tight right now. And then it will go on top of the other board. Thought I'd show you the parts and pieces because then I'll show you the finished piece later and maybe we'll chat about how, oh my goodness. Another question I got was what I stitched them on. So I'm stitching it on Beautiful Beige 28 count Lugana. So that's how they're fitting in here. This is a mess, but I'm just gonna, so it'll be, okay, hopefully this is not my screen grab, but that is what it will look like. And there'll be fabric behind them and then the houses, and then they'll just sit all in a little row. Then I can put little bottle brush trees in between, build the whole village. Obviously this is a lifelong project as I've only done the one, but that's what I've got so far. And I thought I'd share that with you. I'm going to film that and share even more. So that's how that's coming along. I think I showed this last week and I haven't done any more on it, but this is the next one in my series. I'm working on the schoolhouse for it. Using all the same fabrics, all the same colors, and keeping them all right in here. So there's one finish, we'll call, but it's not quite fully finished yet. The other finish, I shared it last week as well, but it is Cup of Christmas Cheer, and it is finished now. I've got all the snowflakes in, and I did the satin stitching on here. I wanted to show that again because I'm going to show you that's getting ready to mount on. And then my Santa from Teresa Kogut is also a finish. I was going to spray this with the vintage spray that antiques things. And this is a Lugana that's kind of a peachy pink color. I did a test spray on it and it did not look good. So we're not spraying it. This is it. This is what it is. It's going to look like this. It just didn't really, kind of sat on the top almost like there was a waxy film on it. I love the idea. I have the Little House Jack Frost Tree Farm. Oh, okay. Yeah. all of those fit great in the boxes. So I'm leaving him like this, and he's going to get fully finished this week. And I thought I'd share them again because both the cup and the Santa, I'm going to put on a board that I will be sharing these boards in the shop as well, are going on this piece of barnwood board. These barnwood pieces, I have a lot that is getting prepped and ready for you. Okay, so there will be, this is, one moment, I forgot a measurement. I had it in my head for a second, but okay, 10, yes. 10 by 7. So it's 10 long, 7 this way. It's a 10 by 7 piece. These are all painted for you. I've already painted all of the barnwood, and it's a whitewash, and they are waxed. So they are a finished piece, ready for your mounting, all in this washed white. And I want to put Cup of Christmas Cheer and a Santa. Let me just show them to you on here. Fold them a little bit just to give you an idea. I want to mount them on the barnwood. So he's going to go on this, and my other Santa is as well. So that's coming. I actually have more of the just brown tone barnwood that's coming into the shop as well. Brian is prepping them all for us so that we'll have all those ready to go. So there's my finishes. And hope I answered some questions there with the Hometown Holiday Series. I'm going to keep working on it. I think I've got it even down for one of my 12 by 12s. So great. Thank you, Kathy. I think they will look great on the barnwood. I'm excited about that. So now we'll talk about my whips and what I've been working on this week for stitching. I have this particular bag from Stariel Stitchery. And because I'm using these bags, my 12 by 12s going in the vinyl fronts, but some of these larger projects I'm doing are going in this bag. And that's why I picked up the charms and the identifiers from Total Framing. I have a lot more bags that need identifying though, so I'm going to be cutting some tags that I can put on and just kind of fill out really quick for myself. But in this bag, I have Redbird Sampler. This particular sale is going on right now with Julie Stubbs and Lori Holt have started it. And the hashtag is Redbird Sampler Sale. And I got a little bit more done. It's coming. I've been using the Victoria Clayton silk that she has the entire conversion set. Handdyed.com, I believe, is her website. And she does silk conversion kits that for a lot of charts. Oh, I will show you one here. This is what it looks like. They come on little like bobbins like this. And it is, and she will do conversions. And so she had one. And so these are all done with those silks. I have to finish the rest of this house. There's like a bush back here. And then these two things are mimicked over here. Then there's just a line of green like grass all along the bottom. And I'll be done. This is being stitched on 25 count. Mushroom Lugana is what it's being stitched on. So that's really been enjoyable. I've had a great time doing it. It's been very relaxing, and I'm just pleased that I tried samplers because now I'm like addicted, and you'll see that coming up really quick. The other thing I have, oh, you know what? No, it's all right. I'll tell you. Let me tell you, because I found something. And I know it's been mentioned. So, of course, I missed the mention. And I don't know how I keep doing this. But in the chart here, right in this spot, you can see there's like a pink X. And then next to it is green. On the chart, it's charted. There's a boo-boo. So on the chart, it's charted green. And of course, I just followed the chart. I don't know, and then I was looking at the picture and it's supposed to be red. I mean, it's kind of obvious really that it should have been that way, and I probably should have caught it. And I did think about it. I'm like looking at it going, I don't know if that's spot on, but you know, I keep hearing it in the back of my mind. But they did, you know, it's a reproduction, so the stitch, so I stitched it. So I'll have to pick that out later and update it. But so that goes into my next whip that I'm having a great time with. And this is from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. The Santa with the Cup is by Brenda Gervais. It's called Cup of Christmas Cheer. This particular sampler is from Hands Across the Sea. There you go. And I'm working on this one. Actually, it's Dorothy Sampson, the needlework of Dorothy Sampson. And this booklet has all of these pieces in there. And this is the one I'm working on right now. And I am using, what is it called? The Soidage silks. So I put them in these bags. Let me show you my progress. It's being stitched on 32 count Lollybrock linen from Tabby Cat Linens. I picked all this up at Hobby House. And here is my progress. Let me zip this bag up. And I have this in one of the bags that was from the panels that Lori Holt does, the project bag panels. That was one that I bought, the project bag panels. So I put that one together. And I really like it. Hi, Connie. Welcome. This is my progress. And of course, I've made a mistake in this too. So I have to come in and fix it. I got all around, right? And the border didn't match up right here. It's too off. So when I was looking for my mistake, I'm thinking, where is it? And I was praying it wasn't like here, because then if it was, I was just like, I'm going to make it work. But where it is, it's like right about here. This little border, I just got in a rhythm, right? And it went like 4 down, 3 down, or 4 across, 3 down, 4 across, 3 down. I just kind of got into a rhythm. But then right in here, the little girl went 4 down, 5, or 4 across, 5 down, then back to her little thing. So that little one spot that was a 5 down, we'll call it, is what messed me up right there. So all I have to do is I have to take these 4, I think these 4 little red berries and that much out, and then I can just add, and then it'll come in, it's going to match up perfect. But as I was looking at it, I was thinking about, you know, I mean, this girl, she stitched this when she was 14, Dorothy Sampson. So, and she was, you know, 100 years ago. And it looks like maybe she started, I don't know where she started, but she might have started here and went around, because up in this area, it's kind of, you know, like, looks like she made it up to make it work. Because that matched, and then this will match once I fix it, my mistake, and then that does, and then, anyway, I think that's charming. And I really like it. It's been really fun. I'm enjoying samplers so much. I had a conversation with Moxie. She's my 8-year-old granddaughter, and I was showing her all of these things, and you guys probably don't know this, but anyway, Hands Across the Sea, they will leave, and others do too. They write like about the barnwood. Oh, the barnwood's coming this weekend. He's cutting them right now, so I want to make sure. Now, when I list the barnwood, hi Debbie. When I list the barnwood in this next round, the first time I listed them, and I listed them each individually, okay? But all of it pretty much looks like this now. It's all just white, right? Whitewashed, or it'll just be barnwood. And I don't have a sample of them. Oh, I'll show you a sneak peek for tonight. Anyway, this is done on barnwood. This one. And so the barnwood is either just barnwood, wood looking, or it's going to be white. So the, I messed stuff up. There we go. So the pieces is just going to be a listing for it, and you'll just get it by size. So they'll be random. But back to this one. In this Hands Across the Sea, she writes little stories, or she puts the little bit of history about that. And so I kind of read that to Moxie and was talking to her about the sampler stitching. And I asked her, I said, which is your favorite? Do you like the stitching that I'm doing that's from the little girls who stitched them a long time ago? Or do you like the stitching that are like Santa Clauses and snowmen and things like that. Which one do you like better? She likes them both, but she said she liked the stitching from the little girls from a long time ago. I thought that was really fun. So thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so that's the 2 whips that I worked on this last week, plus finishing up the little details that needed to go in the others. And I've got other whips coming. But now let's talk about plans and some new things coming. All right, I showed you the sled, and the other plan that I have, I wanted to give you an update on the, thank you. Thanks, Gwen. An update on the box, okay? The next box that's coming. Now, with our cart, we've done all of the shipping up to this point. The things that did not ship, if you've ordered something that haven't shipped yet, if you ordered it with the mystery box, because we have what's called a mystery box that's coming up, that'll be a January ship date. Those haven't, the parts, they're shipping together unless you really needed it separate. I was looking at some of it, and some of it looks like, because there were some gals who ordered ornaments with the box. So I might go through and do some splitting, but they haven't shipped, so I have to go back. I would like it if you just order the box, mystery box, all by itself. You'll get free shipping with it, so just order it all by itself. If you order other items with it, all of it will ship when the box ships, because that's what it's put it in the queue based on the ship date of that box. So that being said, the mystery box is coming. All right, it is still available to purchase. And what the mystery box is, it's a set of 6 small size frames or boards that are meant for having in your stash for gift giving. All right, so this is a box you'll get. It's $38.95, I believe. There's free shipping is covered. You'll get a box of 6. And I have a sneak peek of one of them. So you get one sneak peek of what's in there, and then the other 5 are mysteries. But my concept is I'm planning to attend a lot of retreats next year, or even, I've been in some gift exchanges over the holidays and Christmas. And usually there's a smalls exchange that goes on at a retreat. And a smalls exchange is where you stitch up something and you wrap it and put it up on a table, and then everybody randomly goes and grabs one if you participate, and then you get a gift from that person. I've got a couple of them back here. There's a right there. There's a star that I received in a smalls exchange, and the other thing hanging there is from a smalls exchange, and they've just been really fun. So I decided that a box of backers designed for gift giving, or you can use them for your own smalls if you want in your house, would be a really fun thing to have in our stash. So the first one that I have that I want to share with you, it's a new design, and it's going to be in the box, and it's this scroll frame. Now, you've seen me go down the sampler land, right? So I kind of was looking for things that would really enhance some of these small sampler stitching. This is a 5x7 size. We've just kind of etched that in there, and then so that we know what sizes are, right? Because they're going to come in obviously other sizes, but let me show you what this looks like with a finish on it. This finish is so precious. Look at that. This particular stitch is from Teresa Kogut, and it just says, encourage one another, build each other up. I mean, what a perfect gift, right? So this is a good one. I think I'm going to also be looking for a variety of small stitching that fits a lot of the things, so that you'll have some ideas too of what is a great thing for a gift. I think this is really precious, and I hope you can see it okay. Let me put, oh, that's maybe a little better. Let me put it on this board. Here we go. So you can see the scroll. There it is. That's a little better to see. So it's not attached to this board. I'm just holding it up there so that you can see. Yes, you can do, Jeannie, you can do so much with these scroll frames. And this one is just a delicate little one, and this will be in the mystery box. So if you haven't ordered the mystery box, it is available to order. The last date for ordering the mystery box is January 11th, and it will ship January 20th. So if you are gift giving that, it's not going to get shipped until January. But if you have somebody in mind and you want to just, you could always, purchase it and then just print off a gift card or a certificate or something, then and present that to them that their box is coming and that they got a mystery box from you. And that is a sweet thing too, if you want to do something like that. It's a great last minute gift giving thing type of thing. But like I said, mystery box is still available. The scroll frame is one of them, and the other 5 are a mystery. So if you want to jump in on that, go ahead and grab one today. Now, let's talk about haul. Let me just scan here and check my notes. Haul, because that is going to lead into haul and plans is what we've got going on. All right. For some haul, I was going to share these. These are 2 more of the ID fobs from Total Framing. Can you see that okay? Let me put it on the scroll frame. There it is. So what they do is they're also meant to identify your floss, and they come with the little jewelry and the little tags, and you do get extra of this little tag that's on the inside. This just slips out so you can fill it out and write what you've got. So you can use it for your floss or put it on as a zipper pull ID tag. I got that one. And I got this one. And I got another one, but it's already on a bag somewhere. Oh, I think it's on my Christmas bag. Yeah, it was the one on the Christmas bag. That also came. So those are some new things I got for jewelry bling. The other item that came in is from, now this is it XJU or XJU? I'm not sure. You guys correct me. Which one is it? I bought some linen from her Etsy shop. And let me write that down. So I'll let you know about Total Framing for the fobs and XJU for this linen. She did say on Instagram the other day that she had a bunch more left, or a bunch not left, adding. She's adding. And this is called Old Linen, and it's 36 count on a Zweigart base, and that's the color. I haven't done 36 yet, but it looks like got big plans because I don't know what possessed me to get such giant things, but anyway, I got plenty. So that's that color. I love this color. It's so rich and pretty, and it does have some modeling to it. So that came in 36 count. That'll be a good adventure. And I also received from Victoria Clayton. She's the one that does the hand-dyed silk. The silks for the maker and the mender. Let me open these so I can show you. Maybe I can't open them. I don't have any scissors. All right. Don't do this at home with your teeth. And don't let your kids see you do that. Okay, we got into it. You know, got to do what you got to do, right? Just get in there. Get that. So she will send you a little piece that identifies what goes to, sorry, it's not, which one goes to which. So you'll have a little piece that identifies that for the chart, that coordinates to the chart, and then you'll have your silks are wound on these adorable little bobbins, which fit perfectly in my little tray that I showed you guys last week. I love it. They're on those, and you can tell, I don't know if you can see it in this or not, that's variegated. It's so pretty. And this is for the chart, the maker and mender. And this is a stitch along that will be starting in January. So this is one of my 12 by 12. I'm going to share 12 by 12 here in a minute, but that's by Brenda Gervais, and it is this, the maker and mender. So I still have to figure out what fabric I'm putting it on, but I have my floss, I have my chart, and I am going to be getting that going on 12 by 12. 12 by 12. Let's talk about this. This is something that Pam from Just Keep Stitching and Kea from Kea Bee, I believe is the name of her floss tube. So go watch her floss tube. It'll be linked. It was linked last week as well. And you will hear all about what 12 by 12 is. Basically, and there's a hashtag for it as well. I am selecting 12 new starts. Kathy got some from from Victoria for Teresa Kogut patterns. They are, don't you love using them? I love it. Yes, I love them. Those are what I've used on Redbird Sampler, was from Victoria. But the 12 by 12, this is a New Year's Eve start frenzy. And I'm choosing, they have two different ways that they're doing it. I think they're splitting it up. So Pam is going to be doing whips in hers so that she can touch, like things instead of starting new. And then Kea, I think, is doing new. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think she's doing new. I think Stephanie, also from Just Keep Stitching, is doing a split. She's doing like 6 new ones and 6 whips. So there's a couple different teams, apparently, they've decided to put in. So we've got Team New Start and Team Whip, I think it is, for the day. And I'm going to do New Start, so I'm on Team New Start. And I say I'm on this team. Guys, it's just from watching their floss tube, okay? It's not like, I'm planning it. But I just watch their floss tubes, and then I write down what I want to do, and that's how I plan what I'm doing. So that's how in-depth this whole thing is. It's just for fun. But I want to be on Team New Start because I want to get some new starts going for I just have a few whips. I know lots of people have hundreds. I have maybe, like 5, right? Because I abandoned some of them, but I'm down to like maybe 5. And so I'm going to be Team New Start because I want to get my starts going. I want to fill my bags and I want to get some of this stuff happening. So what will happen is I've picking 12 and I will start at noon on New Year's Eve, and every hour until midnight I will stitch, and I'm stitching. I am stitching from noon to midnight. That's my New Year's Eve plan. Even if they want to come over, watch the ball drop, whatever, I'm just going to be here stitching. It's my own special retreat by myself. Anyway, each hour on the hour, I will grab a next bag because I'm going to get them all kitted up ahead of time and start the next one, and then stitch it for as long as I can for the hour. And then on the next hour, get the next one and start that. So that by midnight, I'll have 12 new starts that I can work on between January and April, or basically the first quarter of the year, because then in May, I'm going to do Mania and kit up 31 because I've got 31 bags ready to go. Now, I will do a separate video on my 12 by 12, and I will get those kitted and do a whip new start parade, I guess it is, on how that's going. But I want to refer you over to Kea to hear more of the details. Those are just my own personal details. If you guys want to join in, and if you're doing it, tell me in the comments below, because I'd love to chat about that and talk to you about what you're doing for 12 by 12. Okay, let me put this floss back in here because I didn't identify it. I want to make sure I remember that it goes to Dorothy before I lose it. So there she goes, back in the bag. Now, those are my plans at the moment, and then I have some other fun things that are happening, and you're going to hear about more details of more new things and stuff like that that's coming up. Tammy's Crafting Life is doing 12 by 12. Tammy, what are you doing? Are you on the Team New Start or Team Whip, or are you splitting it and doing half and half, or have you not decided yet? Let us know. Oh, she's Team Whip. Oh, Debbie, that's Debbie. Debbie is Team Whip and One New Start. Tammy from Tammy's Crafting Life is Team New Start. Oh, that's going to be fun. We should hang out with me online or something. I'll know you're doing it. We'll definitely get going on Instagram, or, I'll follow the hashtag. That's what we got to do. Let's find out Kea's hashtag and get that going next week. We'll talk about it some more. Anyway, I got some happy mail. It's so fun. I got some happy mail. The first thing I got this morning came from Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher. She sent me this cute little planner, or booklet, I guess, monogram journal. got something with my initial. It's really cool. I love that. One fun or weird secret about me, a weird fun fact. I don't have a middle name. My name is just Chantel Daimling. My maiden name was Carpenter, so it was Chantel Carpenter. And that's so my monogram has always just been a C. I don't ever get the whole cool monogram thing with the three initials. I don't know. Kind of bitter about that, but it's been a long time, so whatever. It is what it is, right? She also sent me, and I'm pulling it out as gently as I can, Peppermint Pals from With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. He's a cutie. I have the Santa one too that looks kind of like him. And so I just think that's fun. And he might need to be 12 for 12 or 12 by 12. Don't know yet. Still finalizing that. And then I'm doing a project for another gal who, I'll just share what she sent me. She sent in her, that I'll share with all of you too. It's coming. Oh, I'll just tell you. What I'm doing is, this gal, she has finished all of the cityscape pieces from the Dapper Doodad set and the Christmas from last month from Stitching with the Housewives. And I'm going to finish it on Board by the Inch so that we can see what that looks like. And she was so gracious to send that in to me so that we can see what it, see how it mocks up, so that if you're interested in getting Board by the Inch for your series, I've got a sample for you coming. So I'll be working on that, and I'll definitely watch my Instagram for it so you'll see the pictures as that gets going and how we put that together. But she also sent me some batting because she knows that I like to finish with batting, and this wonderful project bag. Appreciate that so much. I love it. So I will be keeping treasures in that. That's a really nice, this is like so fun. Let's examine this a little bit more. I mean, one, her quilting is awesome. And the big zipper, I'm a big fan of the big zipper. The pouch, the cute little strawberries, it's just adorable. So I'm assuming she also made that. So thank you so much for that. And that is my haul and happy mail for this week. Now, I have, last week we did the $25 gift card for the giveaway, and I've got 3 winners from that. The word was happy in the comments, so y'all use the word happy. It was cute. I'm working on reading through them all and hearting if I see it. It's just, I've been finishing like crazy, so I'm reading through them still. If you have questions in there, you need to ask a new question, go ahead and put it in the comments here. I'm trying to get to those things. But we used the word happy last week, and Tammy Vickery, you won a $25 Etsy gift code. Whimsical Endeavors, you also won. And Laura Noel, you also won. So the 3 of you, email me at info@141designcompany.com, and I will send you your code for the Etsy shop for $25 that you can use on whatever you like. And that is that. So I've gotten some codes sent to the other people who sent me emails. So congratulations to you. And now you better get busy on working for the parade this evening. Final call for questions. Does anyone have any questions or anything you'd like to chat about while we're here live? I want to tell you too, this has been a really fun year. I've really enjoyed the live stream with you guys on Friday afternoons. It's one of those things where it works into my schedule to know that I always get to you once a week, and versus the trying to find a time to record something and upload it, and and I'm going to try maybe editing this year, but I really appreciate you joining me here and embracing the platform that I'm using as far as being a live stream. The sizes for the scroll frame, yeah, there's going to be different sizes for those. And there's other designs as well. Oh, thanks, Penny. Have a Merry Christmas, too. And what patterns of the angels? Oh, you know what? Okay, those were done by a model stitcher, and they were birds of a feather pattern. I had a lot of questions about that. Yes. And a lot of people were like, oh, it's my unicorn stitch. So, yeah, that would be my unicorn stitch now, too, I guess, because that was cute. So birds of a feather, I don't know the exact name of it. I'll check Beth's notes because I know. Oh, Beth, you're in here, right? Can you share that information with us? Let me go grab them while you're chat. Beth, you share. I'm gonna go grab them. Okay. Sorry, they were just in the other room. These are the angels that they're talking about. And they are so precious. And here's the other one. Aren't they nice? Did Beth share? I might have missed it while I stepped out. So, or maybe she's not with us anymore. Anyway, these are from Birds of a Feather. They are out of print. So if someone has them or something and wants to... Oh, here we go. Oh, that's Barbara. I thought it was... Sorry. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks so much. But I'll tell you how they were finished. I can do that because that can be duplicated and maybe you have some other little fun thing. This I kept really simple, all right? Because the stitching was so soft and so delicate, and I'll just give you insight into my brain on this one and why it's so simple. And it's on linen, and it's just so delicate to me. It very shabby. I love Rachel Ashwell and shabby chic and vintage and, junk inspired things, but this was very shabby chic to me. And so I thought it doesn't need much, right? It didn't need fabric. It just needs some place to sit. And so I grabbed the chunky blocks that we have. I think these are 3x5s. The 3x5s chunky blocks, painted them white, very lightly. I will show you the back. I've got Beth's name back here. Let me just take that off so I remember that it's hers. But very, very sparse, almost like a whitewashed. Then I did a heavy distressing on the block to give it that nice shabby vintage look. And on the top, just used a couple little bells, some jute for a little bow, and just a couple sprigs of green. That's it. Like, keeping it simple. This is all this needed. And yeah, I love those. So thanks for asking about those. Those are some finishes that will go back to here. Thank you, Trisha. I know it's hard for me to send them back. I'd like to keep those. So anyway, if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to wish you a Merry Christmas if I don't see you again. But we'll be on tonight. So, and then plans for next week. I should go over that. I'm going to try to get some. I'll actually try some recorded videos, and then I will be working here next Friday, right? What is that date? When's Christmas, guys? How am I missing this? Anyway, we'll be around. Keep up with me on Instagram, which is Chantel's 141. My Facebook group is Chantel's 141. We're going to be heading in there a lot more this next year. I was doing live streams and tutorials in that group, and I'll be honest, I kind of stopped doing it because I had just a couple people asking, can you please just, do everything on YouTube? And, I want to do it in the room. So come to the room because I like the group. I like the camaraderie within the Facebook group and that you guys can post your pictures of your finishes in there. And I like posting tutorials in the room. So in the Facebook group, we're going to dive back in there and get a lot more active and a lot more involved in that room. And we're going to just, I understand not everyone's on Facebook, but if you are, come on over because we're having some fun in that room. And it's Chantel's 141 is the room. And then here on YouTube, and we'll just hang out together. A bunch more in the future. So Merry Christmas to everybody, and maybe we'll see you tonight, but bye for now.